Hey folks, you've probably seen these around. They're European mounts. You maybe do your own. And one of the things we want people to understand as they're getting ready for their hunts this fall is the days of bringing full skulls, spinal cord material, anything like that across state lines are over. Possibly, like even in my home state of Montana, bringing deer from a CWD area to a non-CWD area is not allowed. So here's my suggestion of what you might want to do and make it just part of your gear. I'm going to walk through some stuff that'll help you get through this. Allow you to do your own European mounts right out there in the field, or at least get the tissue out of the brain cavity. Or if you're going to do a full shoulder mount, what we can do out in the field to get the head and the skull cap removed. So here's the basics of what you need. So folks, what I have here are two different boiling kits for getting your heads boiled out in the field. And always, the old 20 mil Team Borax, can't beat that. Little Dawn dish soap and you're on your way. But this one right here, look how small this is. Little pot, little burner, all fits right in there. You can do a deer in that little thing. Now, if you're gonna get serious and you wanna do elk, you need a bigger pot. Or this is my pot if I wanna do 2 deer at one time. And this is my elk pot. Now, you can see this is a really big burner and it runs off one of these 20-pound propane tanks. Right there, you just do that, attach it, fill this with water, boil it until you can shake all of the brain material out of the skull cavity, and you'll be just fine. You can go across state lines as long as you have no spinal material, no brain matter. So this is how we do it. You've seen us do this out in the field. We were in Nevada, that mule deer buck right there. We did that one out in the field in Nevada with a kit just like this. So I would suggest anybody who plans on hunting across state lines, or if your state has a CWD zone and a non-CWD zone, make sure you bring what you need to transport that deer or that elk or whatever it is that you're hunting across those boundaries and not be, 1, spreading CWD, and 2, not be in violation of a law. The last thing you'd want to do is go on this great hunt, have a wonderful time, you have this animal that represents so many great memories, and then have it confiscated because you didn't comply with the CWD and the interstate transport laws. So the last one I'm going to show you right here, this is pretty easy also, and it's if you're going to do a full shoulder mount. So a lot of times, rather than boil a skull, because we're not doing a European mount, we're going to do a full shoulder mount. Well, you got this issue. How do I create a skull cap like this, and how do I do it out in the field? Well, some people say, I'm just going to drive to my taxidermist back home and he'll cut that skull cap off. No, you got to do it yourself before you leave that state, or even leave that CWD endemic area and you're traveling to a place without it. So here's the trick. Sawzall. I mean, you can do that. I've also got a meat saw, but just you can get the battery packed ones. My Nissan Titan there actually has the outlet in the bed of the truck where I can just plug this in. So one of the things you have to remember when you skull cap one is there's a membrane between the skull and the brain. Take a screwdriver, get underneath that, and peel that membrane out of there. This hunting season, every hunting season going forward, understand these rules about transporting species, especially skulls and spinal material, across state lines or from CWD areas out of CWD areas. We have to do what we can as hunters to reduce the likelihood of spreading CWD. And, I mean, let's face it, no one wants to make an innocent mistake and have their animal confiscated. So, pretty easy. Just bring it with you when you go, make it part of your gear, and you'll be just fine. Thanks for watching.